All right, let's just get right to it. For as long as most of us can remember, the internet had a simple deal, right? You ask a question, you get a list of links. Well, that deal is officially off the table. The way we find information has completely, fundamentally changed, and trust me, it's not going back. And I want to be super clear here. This isn't just some, minor update or a small tweak. No, we are talking about a full-scale replacement. A total reimagining of what search even is. We're moving away from a dusty old library of links and into a direct, dynamic, and way more powerful conversation.
You heard that right. That classic page of 10 blue links, you know the one, we all grew up with it, it's on its way out. It's being superseded by a brand new AI-driven experience that, get this, gives you the answer directly. No more hunting required.
So probably the best way to wrap your head around this is to think of it like you've got a digital genie. Seriously, instead of just giving you a treasure map and saying good luck, this genie actually finds the treasure for you. It does all the heavy lifting and assembles the perfect answer right there on the spot. Okay, so we've got this new digital genie. But what is Google AI Mode really? Like, how does this new engine actually work under the hood? And what makes it so fundamentally different from the Google we've all been using for, the last 2 decades? So here's the absolute key takeaway. Google isn't just a directory anymore. It's an answer engine. It's using what's called multimodal AI, which is just a fancy term, really. All it means is that it understands everything. Not just text, but images, video, the whole shebang. And its one and only goal is to give you a single, clear, summarized answer right away. And this really says it all, doesn't it? Traditional search was like getting a list of homework assignments. It gave you a bunch of links and said, now you go figure it out. But AI Mode, it gives you the completed paper. It does the research, synthesizes the info, and hands you the answer. And the crazy part is, it doesn't even stop there. You can ask it follow-up questions, like, okay, that's great, but which one is best if I'm on a budget? It really turns a one-off search into an actual conversation. Okay, let's talk about why this is such a huge deal. Because this shift, it's absolutely seismic. Especially if you're a creator, a marketer, a business owner, anyone who relies on being found online. The entire rulebook for getting noticed has just been torn up and rewritten from scratch. And look, this isn't some future prediction. It's happening right now. User behavior is shifting at lightning speed. Get this, a recent study found that 62% of people, 62%, now trust AI recommendations just as much as they trust traditional search results. That's a massive shift in trust, and it's the rocket fuel powering this whole revolution. So what does this mean for you? Well, here's the bottom line. The AI is on a mission. It's looking for the clearest, most direct, most helpful answers to people's questions. And if your content is vague, if it's buried under a bunch of fluff, or if it isn't structured the right way, the AI is just going to walk right past it. You won't just rank lower, you'll literally become invisible. But okay, before you panic, there's some really good news here. A new game means a new playbook. This isn't about throwing in the towel. It's just about adapting. And the new strategy, let's call it AI SEO. It's actually way more straightforward and, honestly, more human than the old way of doing things.
So how do you actually adapt? Well, the new playbook really boils down to 3 simple rules. First, you've got to use something called FAQ schema. It's just a little bit of code that basically waves a flag at the AI and says, hey, over here, here's a question and here's the answer. Second, write your headlines like a normal person would talk. And third, get straight to the point. Give the answer clearly and concisely right at the top.
At the end of the day, the new goal is just to be genuinely helpful. That's it. Think about it like you're having a friendly chat. Start with the question someone's asking and then immediately give them a clear, no-nonsense answer. It honestly is that simple.
All right, so we've covered the big picture strategy. Now let's get down to brass tacks. Let's get tactical. What can you do, like today, right after this, to start getting ahead of the curve? I'm going to give you the exact first steps.
Here's your checklist. Your mission, should you choose to accept it. Go find one of your existing blog posts or video scripts, just one. Add a clear, simple FAQ block to it that answers one key question. Then reframe your titles and headers to be more like friendly questions. What is or how do I? And finally, add that structured data we talked about to spoon feed the answer to the AI. And you know what the best part is? As a creator or a small business, you can do this stuff way faster than the big, slow-moving brands. This is your chance to get ahead. So, let's let that sink in for a second. The goal isn't just to rank #1 anymore. That's old news. The new goal is to be the answer, to be the one definitive, trusted source that the AI chooses to feature above all others. So the real question, the one you need to walk away with today is this: is your content ready to be the answer?